William James Joe Boot was a notorious outlaw who partnered with the infamous lady bandit Pearl Hart in Arizona. Boot hailed from Mammoth, Arizona, but little is known about his upbringing. As an adult, he toiled as both a farmer and a miner, residing in Globe, Arizona, where he crossed paths with Pearl Hart in 1899. Hart, originally from Canada and known by her birth name Pearl Taylor, had developed a fascination with the allure of the Wild West and had been employed in various odd jobs across several mining camps in Arizona. Together, Joe and Pearl operated a small mining claim, but unfortunately the ore proved to be of little value. When Pearl received news from her brother about her ailing mother requiring funds for medical expenses, she sought advice from Boot. Joe, who had long been plotting a train robbery, proposed several schemes to Pearl for quick cash. Their initial scheme involved Pearl enticing men into their room under the pretense of romance, only for Joe to incapacitate them while they were unaware, allowing them to pilfer the men's money. However, this method didn't yield enough profit, prompting the duo to concoct a plan to rob a stagecoach. Reportedly, Boot had been devising a plan for a train robbery for quite some time. However, instead of targeting a train, the duo opted to hold up a stagecoach. After meticulous planning, they selected the stretch of road between Florence and Globe, Arizona, for their heist. In preparation, Pearl chopped off her hair and donned Joe's attire. On May 30th, 1899, they executed their scheme by ambushing the stagecoach, brandishing their firearms, and commanding the driver to halt. While Joe aimed his gun at the driver, Pearl directed the passengers out of the coach, relieving them of their belongings. After seizing around $450 and a revolver, they ordered the passengers back inside, fired a warning shot, and instructed the driver to depart. Despite their meticulous planning, the couple hadn't anticipated the challenges posed by the unfamiliar desert terrain. As they rode off on their horses, they quickly became disoriented and lost. After several days of wandering, they decided to set up camp in a grove of trees. Exhausted from their journey, they built a campfire and soon fell asleep. Unbeknownst to them, Pinal County Sheriff W.E. Truman was diligently tracking their movements and eventually located them at a schoolhouse located 20 miles north of Benson. Upon awakening, the couple found themselves surrounded by the sheriff and his posse. According to the Silver Belt newspaper in Globe, Arizona, the officers approached, disarmed the couple, and woke them up. The woman immediately jumped up and began fighting, while the man offered no resistance. She criticized him with foul and profane language for not putting up a fight, claiming that if the posse had tried to apprehend her while she was awake, she would have fought back fiercely. Brought to the Globe jail, Hart embraced her role as a lady bandit, signing autographs and captivating onlookers eager to catch a glimpse of the bandit queen. Several weeks after her arrest, Pearl broke out of jail on October 12, 1899, alongside another inmate named Ed Hogan. As law enforcement swiftly chased after them, Pearl's notoriety spread across the West. However, her taste of freedom was brief, as authorities soon recaptured her and returned her to confinement. Hart's trial occurred in Florence in November 1899, during which she vehemently asserted that the court lacked jurisdiction to try her, declaring, "I refuse to be judged under a law that excluded women from its creation." Due to her gender, the robbery garnered nationwide attention, with newspapers reporting on it from as far as New York. Although she confessed to her actions, she was acquitted by the all-male jury, likely influenced by her narrative of staging the robbery solely to aid her mother financially. Additionally, her attorney emphasized to the jury that it was her first offense and highlighted her history of law-abiding behavior. The trial judge, Judge Fletcher Doane, expressed anger over the verdict, alleging that Pearl manipulated the jury, bending them to her influence. He subsequently dismissed the jury and ordered Pearl to stand trial again, this time for unlawfully possessing a firearm. However, during this retrial, the jury remained unaffected by her charisma, leading to her conviction and a 5-year sentence in the Yuma Territorial Prison. In a separate trial, Pearl's accomplice, Joe Boot, faced a harsher fate, receiving a 30-year sentence for his involvement in the Stagecoach Robbery. Like Pearl, Boot was sent to the Yuma prison. However, due to his exemplary conduct, Boot earned the position of trustee and was tasked with transporting food and supplies to inmate work crews outside the prison confines. In 1901, he made his getaway by driving his wagon through the prison gate and vanished. It was believed that he fled to Mexico, where he likely remained, never to be heard from again,